Good, happy Wednesday evening. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast. Let's get started. First up, homicide under investigation in Wentworth. Let's take a listen to this video from WMUR News 9.
His huge volume advantage. Choose from over 45 Chevy Cruzes and drive the 2017 Chevy Cruze LS for only $139 a month. You are guaranteed to save where it is Black Friday all month long.
They have indeed. Good evening to you, Tom. It's been a flurry of activity here at the Plymouth Police Department in the past hour. A Wentworth police cruiser arrived and interviews are underway inside the police department as we speak. We have learned that just before 2 o'clock this morning, a 911 call brought police to 234 Atwell Hill Road. Investigators say Todd Downing was suffering from injuries and rushed to the hospital where he later died. An autopsy was performed this afternoon. The report stating blunt force injuries caused Mr. Downing's death. The state medical examiner says the manner of death, homicide. This is an active and ongoing investigation. Investigators have not indicated that any arrests have been made and no word on suspects at this hour. Earlier today, a man who identified himself to News 9 as the son-in-law of the victim said that he learned of his father-in-law's death as he was getting off work this morning. He works overnights at Walmart. Certainly, this is a devastating night and loss for this family just before the holidays. We're live in Plymouth this evening. Amy Cavino, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that report. Man retrieving gas grill struck, killed by drunken driver on Route 16. Let's take a listen to this video from WMUR News 9.
For 206 new Chevy trucks and drive Silverado double cabs today for only $217 a month.
Make it McLogan,
Where Black Friday savings are all month long.
Gene, state police say while they are still looking into exactly what happened, they are calling this crash tragic and sad. State police say the crash happened here near the top of an on-ramp to the Spalding Turnpike in Rochester, where 72-year-old Kenneth Long of Sanbornville and his son were hauling a gas grill in the back of their pickup.
That gas grill fell from the vehicle, was located in the travel lane, or the on-ramp rather, of the interstate. The father and son get out to retrieve the grill, and unfortunately the father was struck by a vehicle.
That vehicle was driven by 51-year-old Eric Grabowski of Middleton, police say. They arrested him on one count of driving under the influence, but that is the only charge Grabowski is facing. Long was pronounced dead at the scene. Grabowski was released on personal recognizance bail. Police closed that portion of Route 16 for about 4 hours while they conducted their investigation.
We're investigating, all factors of what caused the accident. Obviously, the impairment angle on the part of the driver. We have a pretty good sense of where the crash happened in terms of where in the roadway, but that's all part of the investigation at this point in time.
Grabowski is scheduled to appear in court on the DUI charge on December the 7th. Reporting live in the newsroom, I'm Andy Hirschberger, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that report. Donald Trump advisors divided over Secretary of State pick. As President-elect Donald Trump weighs his choice for Secretary of State, he is facing competing schools of thought among his close circle of advisors over the wisdom of selecting Mitt Romney or Rudy Giuliani for the key position or an alternative candidate. Chinese officials are licking their lips at Trump's decision to kill the PP. Beijing is more than pleased about Donald Trump turning his back on a major U.S.-led Pacific trade packet. Michigan cop dies after he was shot in the head. Let's take a listen to this video from CNN.
As a parent of a cop, you're worrying about them all the time. It's a dangerous profession. One of the most dangerous jobs. There's not too many jobs, but you know, when bullets are being fired, you have to run into it. I'm always thinking about my daughter and my nephew every day. Anytime I hear of a New York City police officer crashing their vehicle or getting shot at or getting shot, those are the first two calls that I make.
No one wants their child or their significant other to get hurt in the line of duty. But it's just something that, you know, you learn to appreciate every day with them.
My husband always tells me he became a police officer to protect the community. And if there ever was a time that, you know, he was killed in the line of duty, he did what he wanted to do, was to protect others.
I tell my kids I have a dangerous job and that someday I may not come home. I'm a realist. I'm not going to put pink clouds in the sky and tell them that everything's going to be all right.
We've got to pray every single day for that boy. And I just pray that everybody else will be thinking about our officers throughout the country.
Most officers are good people, and they choose every day to walk away from their families and put their lives on the line every day.
I'm here to protect everyone, my children as well as somebody else's children.
We are still good people. There are still good law enforcement officers out there, you know. But I'm proud of my husband and I'm proud of my daughter.
Okay, and there you go on that report. Tips for navigating political discussions on Thanksgiving. Let's take a listen to this video from WBZ in Boston.
Field trip to you.
I think it's pretty exciting to be a meteorologist. The best part is your day is different every day.
Plan a school visit in your hometown for an interactive experience the kids will never forget.
She taught me a lot of stuff I didn't know already. And throw little tiny balls of ice.
Go to cbsboston.com/school visits for more information.
I thought it was very exciting.
WBZ School Visits, powered by Draper. Engineering possibilities.
Can you say it louder than that? Good job.
It's that time of year. Your family beginning to arrive to celebrate Thanksgiving, and this year there might be an extra serving of tension at the table in the wake of the recent election.
So the question is, should your family even talk about politics on Thanksgiving Day? And if so, what are the ground rules for talking turkey so no one leaves angry or with hurt feelings? We've invited an expert in to help us on the 8 tonight, Dr. Jean Beresin, who is a child psychiatrist at Mass General Hospital, professor at Harvard Medical School. So welcome, and thank you so much for taking the time to be here tonight.
And happy Thanksgiving to you.
Thanks, you too.
Some families, many families, including mine, I will be completely honest about this, have just said no politics talk at Thanksgiving. What do you make of that? Do you think people should just avoid it or talk about it?
Well, frankly, I don't think they should avoid it. I think some families may have to if it's going to end up in a food fight. But seriously, kids and adults need to be able to express their opinions and need to hear other opinions, especially in these charged political times. You know, we've been through such a rocky road. Why not model civility? And that's what I think would be the best option for families, you know, today, is to show everybody that we can agree to disagree, that we can act civilly, and we can have discussions about politics or art or culture or religion, whatever.
So as a practical matter, do you think it's the host's responsibility, let's say it's the grandparents or whatever aunt is hosting Thanksgiving, that they should say, hey, look, everybody, here are the ground rules. You know, you've got college kids, you've got greatest generation, you've got aunts and uncles, and they're all over the map politically. Do you think that they should lay down some ground rules?
Well, I think it depends on each family. I mean, some families, you know, love to hear the rules. You know, kids love to learn, you know, no potty talk at the table. You know, adults need some rules too. Sometimes it's okay to do that, but other times it's good to begin making the rules implicit. So let's say, so what happens, so in my family. I'm invited to my dear friends for Thanksgiving with my family and a bunch of other families every year. And we begin by going around the table, and everyone from young to old says what they're grateful for, what they're thankful for. Now, everybody listens, everybody takes a turn, everybody is heard, no interruptions, and then the moderators might say, the host might say, look, everyone, we've just come out of a really charged time, and we may be talking about politics or about religion or other things that might be contentious at times, but look what we just did. We demonstrated respect, we listened, we didn't interrupt, we didn't do name calling, we valued each other's opinions, and we demonstrated civility. So let's try to do the same thing tonight when we're here at Thanksgiving.
I like that idea. What happens, though, if someone starts to get aggressive or angry or things get uncomfortable or you get down to the base of someone's feelings about something, you go, oh, that seems kind of racist or something. I mean, how do you stop it once it seems like it's going off the tracks?
Well, it's different in different families, and usually there's somebody in the family that individual hopefully will listen to. Mm-hmm. And a moderator or a host might say, hey, Grandpa or Grandma, what do you think is going on here? Excuse me for interrupting to the individual who's out of line. You respond to them with civility. You don't respond to them with the same emotional, altitude that they're at. You bring it down, you tone things down, you say, excuse me, can we take a time out? Let's go a different route.
Yeah, and as you said, this was an emotionally charged year. A lot of people found themselves either elated or very upset after Election Day. So you want to say to people on Thanksgiving, let's be grateful for all the great things and not get too...
And let's acknowledge that we all have hopes, that we all have disappointments, that we all have fears, that we don't know what the future is going to bring, but that we're all going to try to work together, to be together, and to kind of make the world a better place. We all have common ground. We all want the same things.
Dr. Eugene Beresin from Mass General. We'll try to put a link onto our website to your blog, which I understand you've got some stuff up there about this as
Wonderful.
well. Thank you so much for joining us. Happy Thanksgiving.
Okay, and there you go on that report. That does it for the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your Wednesday night. Good night, everyone. Bye.